Hi everyone. In this session, we are going to learn some percentages which we are going to calculate it easily. So percentages made easy in this. So let's try out some questions on this. First, let's calculate 15% of 200. So if we have a question like this, what is 15% of 200? So first we are going to calculate in this what is 15% of 200. So whenever you have a question like this, first we will calculate 10% of 200. So 10% of 200 would just be, you just have to take a decimal towards the right side of the number and move one slot towards left, and that's your answer. 10% of 200 is 20. All right, then next, what are we going to find out? We need 15%, so we need to find out more 5%. So that's 5%. What is 5% of 200? So 5% of 200 is just half of 10%. 5 is half of 10. So half of 20 is 10. So 5% of 200 is 10. And now 15% of 200, that's 15% of 200, would just be adding 10% plus 5%. So we're just adding 10% plus 5%. That's 20 plus 10. So 20 plus 10 gives us 30. That's your answer. So 15% of 200 is 30. And using your calculator, you can confirm what is 15% of 200. So that would just be 200 multiplied by 15% in decimal. How do you write 15% in decimal? I'll show you. 15% in decimal can be written as 15%. Suppose you have 15%. So 15 per 100, 15 out of 100. And that's just, you're going to write the number. How many zeros are there in the denominator? 2 zeros. Put a decimal towards right and move 2 slots towards left. So it's 0.15, 0.15. So 200 times 0.15 you can insert in your calculator, and you're going to get the answer as 30. That's your answer. So 15% of 200 is 30. Okay, let's try out another question. This is how you can confirm the answers using your calculator as well. Okay, let's see another question. Let it be 25% of 300. So what's 25% of 300? So in this one, 25% of 300, what are we going to do? We are going to first find 10% of 300. So let's write down, that's 10% of 300 is just 30. Take the decimal, move one slot towards left, and that's 30. Next, we are going to write down 20% because we need 25%. So 20% of 300 will just be double of 10%. That means 30 multiplied by 2. That's 60. All right. So next, we need to find out 5% because we need 25%. So 5% of 300 is half of 10%. So half of 30 is 15. And now what will be 25%? What will be 25% of 300? That's just adding 20% and 5%. So that means you're going to add 60 plus 15, and 60 plus 15 gives you 75, and that's your answer, 75. All right, and if you want to confirm it using your calculator, how are you going to confirm? You're going to write the number 300 times the percentage in decimal. 25% in decimal is 0.25, and 300 multiplied by 0.25 using your calculator again gives you 75. That's right. Okay, let's see another example on this. So let's try out a question that is 40% 40% of 500. Okay, so when we have 40% of 500, first we are going to calculate 10%. 10% of 500. So what is 10% of 500? That's just 50. Take the decimal, move only one slot towards left. So that's 50. 10% of 500 is 50. And next we are going to find 40%. So 40% of 500 would just be 4 times 10%. 4 times 10 gives us 40. So 4 times 5 gives us 20. So that means 4 times 50 is 200. So that's your answer. 40% of 500 is 200. And using your calculator, how do you confirm using your calculator? Just take 500 times the percentage in decimal. What is percentage in decimal? 40% is 40 out of 100. That means 4 per 10. That means you're going to write the number as it is. How many zeros are there? Put the decimal towards right, move one slot towards left. If there's 1 0, that's 0.4. That means 500.4, 0.4. If you're going to insert this in your calculator, you're going to get the answer easily. 500 times 0.4 gives you 200. That's your answer. Okay, let's see another question. Okay, next let's try out 24% of 80. So what would be 24% of 80? So first we are going to again find out 10%. 10% of 80. So what is 10% of 80? Take the decimal towards right, move one slot towards left. So that's just 8. 10% of 80 is 8. Okay. Next, we are going to find out 20%. 20% of 80 is just double of 10%. 2 times 10 gives you 20. So 8 times 2 will give you 16. Okay. Next, we are going to find out 1%. That makes it easier for us to find 4%. So 1% of 80 would be, just take the decimal towards right, move 2 slots towards left. So it will be 0.8, 0.8. 1% of 80 is 0.8. Okay, now it's easier for us to find out 4%. 4% of 80 is just 1 times 4. That means 1 times 4 is 4. So 0.8 times 4. 8 times 4 is 32. So your answer is 3.2. Okay, so now we need 24%. What would be 24% of 80? So that's just adding up 20% and 4%. That means 16 plus 3.2. 16 plus 3.2 gives us 16 plus 3 gives us 19. So the answer is 19.2. Okay. That's how you solve it without a calculator. But if you want to solve it using a calculator, you can confirm it using your calculator. How do you confirm using your calculator? Take your calculator, type in 80 times, you need to have the percent in terms of decimal. So 24% in terms of decimal is 0.24. That's how you write down. 0.24 times 80 would give you 19.2. This is how you can confirm it using your calculator. Yes. Okay, let's see another example. One more example on this. So if you have, suppose you have 33% of 120. How are you going to solve this? 33% of 120. It's really simple. You don't have to panic whenever it comes related to exams or anything, or in your real life. Nothing is nothing is tough. It's as simple as that. You just have to understand. Okay, so for this one you need to find out first 10%, like how we are doing in the previous questions. So 10% of 120. Take the decimal towards right, move one slot towards left. So 10% of 120 is 12. Okay, next, what are we going to find out? 30%, because your target to find out is 33%. So 30% of 120. 30% is just 3 times 10%. 3 times 10 gives you 30. So 12 times 3 will give you 36. So 30% of 120 is 36. Now the next task is to find 1% so that it's easier for you to find out 3% more. So 120. 1% of 120, keep the decimal towards right, move 2 slots towards left. And your decimal ends up here. That means 1% of 120 is 1.2. Now it's easier to find 3%. 3% is just 3 times 1%. So 1.2 times 3 will give you how much? That's 1.2 times 3 will give you 3.6. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 1 is 3. 3.6. So 3% of 120 is 3.6. Okay. Now what is 33%? We have found all in parts. Now we're going to add them all. 30% plus 3% will give you 33%. So you just have to add 36 plus 3.6. 36 plus 3 will give you 39 and a 0.6. Done. That's your answer. 33% of 120 is 39.6. And if you want to confirm it using your calculator, how are you going to confirm? That means you just need to write down 120 times 33% as a decimal. How would you convert 33% to a decimal? 33 out of 100. 33 per 100. That means you're going to put, that's like 33 out of 100. Then you put the number back, put the decimal towards right, check how many zeros are there in the denominator, move 2 slots towards left. 2 zeros, 2 slots, 0.33. So that's your 33% in decimal, 0.33. That you put in your calculator to confirm your answer. 120 times 0.33 is going to give you 39.6. That's your answer. Okay. So let's try out one more example on this. So let's see what is 18% of 39. What is 18% of 39? So for this, again, we are going to find out 10% of 39. 10% of 39 is how much? Put the decimal towards right. Move 1 slot towards left. So that's 3.9. 10% of 39 is 3.9. So let's find out next 5%, because we need to reach 18%. So 5% of 39 would just be half of 10%. Half of 10% is, now if you have $3.90, so half of 3 will be 1.50. Is that right? So I'm going to write that down for you here. Like for example, half of 3 is 1.50, and half of 0.9 is 45, right? 0.45. So that would just add up and give you 1.95. So 5% of 3.9 is 1.95. That's easy. Half of 3 is 1.50. Half of 9 is 45.45. So 1.95. Okay. Now let's find out 1%. So 1% of 39 would just be place a decimal, move 2 slots towards left. So you'll end up at 0.39. Okay. So now it's easier for us to calculate 3%. 3%, because 10 plus 5 plus 3 would give us 18%. For that 3%, 1 times 3 will give you 3. That means you need to multiply 0.39 times 3. And 0.39 times 3, let's do it. 0.39 times 3. So 3 9s is 27 to carry over. Sorry, 3 3s is 9, 10, 11. So you have 117. And how do you put a decimal? You check how many places are there after the decimal, how many digits are there after the decimal. That means 2 digits. So you put a decimal here, 1.17. So you have 1.17. So now let's add up 10%, 5%, and 3%. So 3.9 plus 1.95 plus 1.17 will just give you 7.02. 7.02. That's 18% of 39. All right, and if you want to confirm it using your calculator, you just have to put 39 percentage in decimal. 18% as a decimal is 0.18. Just put this in your calculator and you're going to get 7.02 as well. Thank you so much. If you like this session, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and do leave a comment in the comment box. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Take care.